puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yep. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network Postgame Show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd. And listen, let's just be real with each other. We got to play these motherfuckers 3 times in a row. This is the second night of a back-to-back. Lower your fucking expectations for what type of show that you're about to get tonight, all right? We're going to do it. We're going to do the show tonight. It's going to be a relatively short one because we play this team again on Saturday. We will not be doing the game on Saturday. I haven't gotten permission to tell you guys why yet. So I'm sorry, but there will be no post-game show on Saturday unless the Whites decide to do it. But I will be back on Sunday. Miami's playing 4 games in 5 nights, and it's a tough one. You know what I mean? So the second night of a back-to-back, Miami eked out a win 116-113 over the Chicago Bulls. And goddamn, this game was hard to watch, bro. It was just fucking tough. Miami built themselves up a nice little solid lead by halftime, and then they had a fucking third quarter again, and then you just felt the game getting out of their control, bro. It got scary, bro. The Bulls are terrible as a team. I agree with you, Van Lee. But also, goddamn, Miami almost pissed away this game, but thank God they didn't. A couple guys to thank for that. Starting with Bam. I've said this in the Discord during the games. We've been talking in the Discord. We're not showing the games in there right now because I don't feel like using illegal streams to do so. But we might find a way to do it in a way that's more feasible. But either way, in the Discord, I was saying Bam is making a late push for an all-star bid. Winning player of the month last month definitely helped. But he's been stringing together a lot of these 20-plus point games. Tonight he had 20 and 12. Shot like shit, to be perfectly honest with you. But, yeah, he shot 8 threes, only made 2 of them. So there was a lot of bullshit going on with Bam's game, but he hit the 20-point mark, had 12 rebounds, which was a fucking enough. I think he played well. So shout out to that. Somebody asked, did Spo giving wear some leash again? He gave him 12 minutes, which I don't know if you consider that leash because he still played him less than he played Nikola Jovic, who is fucking horrible. I hate it at this point. But Kel'el Ware played 12 minutes, had 12 points and 4 rebounds. He was 2 for 2 starting out from 3, but he ended the night 3 for 4. He shot the 3-ball well. He got him an alley-oop in there, so that was cool. Speaking of alley-oops, Bam Adebayo caught 2 crazy alley-oops. Neither one was particularly the one Drew Smith threw was a fucking nuke, bro. And it was goddamn. Thank God Bam is a plus athlete because that shit was terrible. And Bam kind of threw that down. So shout out to Bam. Bam made some plays tonight, and it was cool. Norman Powell still don't pass the ball. What the fuck? But he's a gunner, and that's what you expect. He got his 21 points. It's starting to feel way less impactful than it did earlier in the year. And I think it's because it's starting to settle in what Norman Powell is as a player. He's a shoot first player, and it's cool. Because he leans into that role and he does his job, but sometimes it just feels kind of empty. You know what I mean? So you I don't know. You take it for what it is. You know what I mean? His shit feel empty. My boy Bubba done pulled up on the stage. Bubba, how you doing tonight, bro?
Another day closer to the trade deadline, Royal. That's how I feel when we get to this time of year.
Yeah, the trade deadline is an interesting one. Did you get a chance to watch the game tonight? If not, that's okay. We'll just pivot to talking about trades for another 10, 15
No,
minutes.
I did watch a big part of the game, especially towards the end of the game. But
Okay. Well, give me your thoughts.
I enjoyed what I saw from certain players, especially my brother, my Latino king, Jaime.
Yeah, he was
Um,
good. Man.
I really liked what I saw from Ware tonight. I know the plus minus doesn't show it, but I thought he did good. I know Spo's going to say that we're working him back, right? 12 minutes again. Didn't he have 12 points in 12 minutes or something? It's like
Yeah,
12 for.
he went 3 for 4 from 3-point line. Like he shot the ball well tonight, which is
And then,
just
but Spo will be like -6 on the plus minus. I'm like, because you're playing on the
yeah.
fucking bumps, but whatever. Again, man, with this Norm shit, like, is it just does this happen to you too? Where you're like, I'm like, I don't even know if Norm's playing well, but then you're like, you got 21. I'm like, oh, what? All right, cool. I mean, like,
So, like I was just talking about that, how like Norm is getting to the point like where at the beginning of the season it was impactful how efficiently he was scoring, but like now it's just kind of like, all right, like Norm is a hired gun. He gonna get you 20, and it's not going. Sometimes it's gonna help. Sometimes it's just gonna feel like nothing's happening. But
what I really want to see the Royal is more Pele Larson, and Dan just said in the chat too. But I saw some people throwing around today if we actually did pull a trade off that he can maybe slot into that starting three. That would get me really excited. A
that's what
starting five, if you could pull it off, of Davion, Norm, Pele, Giannis, Bam, I think is very high level hoops.
I don't know about how high level it's gonna be because you still got Davion Mitchell at your starting point guard. It's gonna be tough, but like I do think that like that's a much better version of the team that we have now, especially considering that Giannis is a generational talent. So if you're able to try something out there, like it gives you a chance to win against anybody any night. But I don't know how high of a level it's gonna be. It still needs some work to make it kind of like all coalesce. Like I think you need another shooter out there on the floor with them. Another kind of like knockdown shooter. I think Norm's a good start, but you need another knockdown shooter, and I'd be more comfortable with a better playmaker out there.
Norm just confuses me. Like, it's better than Tyler, obviously. I prefer it to Tyler. But he has that same quality of like he really has that many points. It kind of like
Yeah, like,
it's that empty calorie shit, you know?
it
It's
feels,
like,
but
all
it
right.
feels more efficient, and he gets to the
It
free throw line
is.
a little bit more. Like he draws more fouls than Tyler. But yeah, it's the same. It's essentially the same kind of feeling.
No, it
With
is. It's
Norm.
like eating like Lucky Charms instead of Cheerios. Like you're still eating cereal, but you're like, all right, this is better. I'd rather this, but you're still not like eating steak or bacon and eggs. Sorry for all the food analogies. I'm fat as fuck, but like you know what I mean. Like it's
Yeah,
weird. I don't know. I definitely think the honeymoon phase with Norm is over. Like people hyping him up and being like all star. Honestly, I could give less of a fuck if he makes the all star team or not. I really couldn't. I could care less.
yeah. I think the honeymoon phase with Norm is over, but that still doesn't take away from like his impact as a player. I think he it's negligible because yeah, it's a lot like Tyler's. But the thing that makes Norm more palatable is the fact that he only makes $20 million.
Yeah. Yep.
So
And it is more efficient.
it feels more valuable that way. Where it's like you getting you're getting the same thing that you would get from Tyler, but it's like it costs $10 million less. So like it won't always, which is why it's interesting to see kind of like how Miami does with this Norm thing because he could be traded at the trade deadline, or if he's not, which I don't assume he will be, that's a clear indicator that Miami's going to extend him, and he becomes a lot less friendly on the eyes if he costs too much goddamn money.
Oh my god, yeah. If he gets extended, he's 33, isn't he? That's something that can't be done. The only way that Norm Powell should be on this team after the trade deadline is because the Heat are buyers and they added a major piece to their lineup. And they're trying to win something this year. If they don't do that, you have to trade him.
Yeah, if you get Giannis and obviously extending Norm,
Or even Ja. Like, okay.
yeah. Well, I don't know if it's the same. Like if they get Ja, I still want them to trade Norm so that if they can get a pick out of Norm, I feel the same way about Norm that I feel about Andrew Wiggins. If you can turn either one of them into a first round pick or both of them into a first round pick, then great. You go get Ja for no picks, and then now you have Tyler Hero still, I guess. You got multiple picks, and you're able to kind of see what you can do next. Oh shit, the disrespect is real. I am so sorry, Kay. I don't know how long you've been back there. Mr. Geo 113 1123 with the $2 donut. I appreciate you, brother. He said Norman turnovers and no basketball IQ. I don't know if I want to say Norm has no basketball IQ. I just think because I think that he does crafty veteran shit. Like he draws a lot of fouls. Like that's a valuable skill set.
He's just not a playmaker at all.
Yeah, he's just not a playmaker for other people. And I think you have those types of players. It's just like where you slot them in your offensive pecking order is very important. And I think right now Norm is having the same issues that Tyler had, where it's like he's masquerading around as a number one option on an NBA team, and that's not what he is or who he should be. But for $20 million, I don't give a fuck. He's more than 20 points is worth $20 million. Yeah, King, did you get an opportunity to watch the game tonight?
I did. It was a typical Heat culture type of game, as they like to call it. Guys playing hard. It's very clear that the Miami Heat's coaching staff read my new piece on rjmblog.com and Rajemi at substack.com about Kel'el Ware and treating that man with a little bit of respect. I mean, he only played about 12 minutes, but you were able to see how impactful he was in those 12 minutes. I just found it kind of funny from time to time to see him string together play after play, and then we come back from break and he's on the bench. But whatever, it is what it is. No, it was a good game. It was a lot closer than it otherwise should have been. The Miami Heat have no business struggling with a team like the Bulls, even though they're playing partners. But no, I mean, it was cool. I imagine we'll be breaking down some other stuff. But generally speaking,
Shout out to my brother Kachin Chisholm. Said Roy A. Shepard. Hello, Kachin Chisholm. How are you? Good to see you, my brother.
Good water.
I told him like this is gonna be a relatively short show because we played this team 3 times in a row, and like I don't really know how much different.
What do we do? We got a series going on right now.
Because one of the games got postponed because of the weather, I think.
Right, and so now essentially you play them now, and then you got to play them again when we get to the play-in game.
Oh, tonight was the makeup.
Tonight was the first makeup, and then you got they play them again on Saturday, which I would not be present for. We have other business to tend to. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day on Saturday. But we play the Bulls on Saturday, and then we play them again on Sunday.
Who the fuck came up with this shit?
Yeah. So like these post game shows can get.
Oh, this is the makeup from the condensation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can get like these conversations can get kind of repetitive. So really quickly, like
can you pick any matchup you'd want to see less for 3 straight games than Heat Bulls?
You said
in terms of just boring, but not bad hoops, boring hoops. At least like if you have some of these shitty teams. Like if you had to watch a matchup between 2 NBA teams for 3 straight games, you got to watch those teams. You don't think the Wizards have some player you'd want to watch? I guess the Pacers currently injured. I guess I'm
about to say Benedict Mathurin is fun for me to watch on the Pacers, but he's not playing. The Pacers, Andrew Nembhard is not a terrible watch.
Pascal, when he's in that mode, is also not that bad of a watch.
Yeah, but the Wizards are what make that really tough.
Yeah,
like they make that a really tough watch. The Heat and Bulls is a tough match because like the Miami Heat aren't an exciting team, and neither are the fucking Chicago Bulls.
And both teams been doing the same shit the last couple of years, just like
especially
the same shit back.
It's both thinking that the value can't get lower, and every time it backfires. Yeah, bro. It's rough, bro. Like, I really want this trade deadline to come and go. Because that to me kind of like dictates the next course of conversation surrounding this team. Like it's
I thought we did that, Royal.
we we always set the pace, King. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know where this is going. We have articulated that in spades. So anybody who's watched us routinely, y'all know where this is headed. But it's also nice to see kind of like other people try and catch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be nice to see. How Billy Donovan still has a job with the Bulls is beyond me. Billy Donovan is a good coach.
Yeah,
And
Billy Donovan coached
for a very long time.
Billy Donovan coached the Thunder. They'd never fucking lose a game. So,
this Thunder. Oh well, yeah. Because I was gonna say because he actually coached the Thunder at one point.
yeah, no, this iteration. He was the coach of the Spurs. You'd never see that dude lose a game. The Rockets.
Yeah, he can handle talent.
Yeah,
and he can also, in many ways, he's kind of like I don't know, like if Eric Spoelstra had two white parents.
I think he's good with young players, and he's good with really talented players. But the Bulls have neither, so it's just weird.
It's weird. Like they have talent, but it's a weird fit. Like they tried to do what we've been begging Miami to do, right? They kind of went all in on like the big star acquisitions. They tried it with DeMar. They tried it with Zach LaVine. At one point, matter of fact, the season in which the Heat ended up getting the first seed, they were the number 1 seed in January, and then injuries pretty much tore them apart. So you saw it a little. Royal, yeah. What do you want to talk about, Royal? What's going on?
Nothing.
Is he Norman Powell on that comment?
No, he's Giannis. No, I don't think Giannis gets moved at the trade deadline.
I would say yes, but not because like I'm some insider. I was listening
to contract.
I was listening to a couple of people talk about this, right? And so, from what I understand, apparently Clutch is trying to get their hands on him, and if they are able to secure Giannis like ASAP, then they can start negotiating for that mega max that he would be eligible for if he got traded to another team. And then as a result, they would take, I think, between 4 and 8% of that, thereby enriching themselves even further once he does sign that deal, likely with his new team later this calendar year. That being said,
it doesn't apply if he gets traded this offseason.
Yeah. So it has to be by the deadline. That being said, I'm thinking, I don't know if Clutch can actually force a trade. Now, well, yes and no. It depends on what the other team is all about. I know
he isn't represented by Clutch. He can't.
Not yet.
Not represented
by. Not yet,
but like
Clutch is trying to pitch him to fire his agent and hire them.
They can't. They're not gonna do that in like the next couple of days, though.
I mean, Rich Paul's crazy. He could.
If
anybody could, it'd be him.
In the next week, he's not gonna
anything's possible. Anything's possible. I'm with you.
Rich Paul could be back channeling a trade.
Yeah, sure, but I understand like a lot of people are also, a lot of Heat fans in particular are hedging on the fact that Giannis has the same agent as Bam. So there's already a relationship there between the agent and the Heat organization.
You know, so let's mess around with that for like 2 seconds, right? Okay. When was the last time that benefited the Heat in a major way?
Never.
Not at all.
See, like we remember. Matter of fact, it was like 2019, 2020 when this was before Giannis signed the extension. We all figured, oh well, you know,
wait,
they had the same.
Wade and Bosh had the same agent.
Okay,
they also have LeBron coming.
Yeah, but I'm saying it benefited them.
Yeah, that was about 16 years ago almost. So, you know what I mean? Like,
the connection stuff to me is overblown. The connection stuff to me is overblown in the NBA now. Like that circumstance that happened in Miami in 2012 was 3 individual guys making an individual decision to do that.
I mean, the connection between the agents and the organization.
Just more or just honestly, period in the NBA. Everyone's like, well, this guy's friends with this guy, and this like Donovan Mitchell was in Miami. They were chanting Miami to him. He was smiling. He was with Bam at the Pro Am, and he went to Cleveland and then doubled down and signed an extension. Like I don't know how far. Everyone's like, well, De'Aaron Fox and Bam, they were crying together after college. Like they're so close, they're best friends. Nothing happened. Like it's just, I know Bam is super well liked, but the pitch that we as Heat fans, and I used to make it like, oh, people want to come here to play with Bam. Why wouldn't Bam say I'm gonna leave? Like, you know what I mean? It goes vice versa. Why wouldn't Bam go to Cleveland, or why wouldn't Bam go play with Luka? Like after the Jordan, remember that Jordan event? Everyone was like, "Oh, Luka and Bam are tight." Why wouldn't Bam go to LA? Like, you know what? Like, people acting like that's the draw for us here is because Bam is tight with everyone. Like, that's great, but
it's funny you mentioned that, Bubba, because while it's true that player relationships are important, the agents also, there's like the island of the player, and then there's like the island chain of the players being friends from a business standpoint, as I'm sure you all know, right? So I think, is the player going to do what's best for them after consulting with their agent? Yes. Is there a way to establish a certain level of synergy between players? Like, for instance, one of the reasons why 2010 worked so well was that they were all able to come together. They were able to get pretty much close to the max, play on a championship contender that automatically created because those guys are there together. They're in a great environment. And at the time, it was being driven by a couple of strong personalities in Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. So now it's like, because of a lot of the CBA machinations that have been established with the aprons and all that other stuff, it's a lot harder for players to do that. Not only that, but you also have agents now that are just like, well, I need to do what's best for my player. And that's the more and more we move forward, a lot of that is financially driven in terms of, I would rather get this guy over here to where at least, so that way we can guarantee that he gets that bag that he wants. And if worse comes to worse, we'll force that trade, and then we'll do whatever. Because at this point, the bag is supreme. Players don't care about, if the ideal situation is OKC forming the way it has, right? But realistically, because of the fact that Miami's front office dealings have been less than stellar in the last 12 years, you're not going to see a situation like, bam, hey, let's come together and create the Super Friends, because it's very clear that we're dealing with a very ideologically and strategically flawed front office in the Miami Heat.
And honestly, Ricky, like, you bring up the contract in the bag like that, just to play devil's advocate, like you talked about with the Supermax. If people are really locked in and Giannis is really locked in, like we saw how upset Luka was, not only because he got traded, but because he kind of got screwed out of that Supermax with, money. He's not getting an X amount of money because he was traded. I know he signed a big extension with the Lakers, but didn't he still lose out on 40-50 million because it wasn't, he signed the Supermax with Dallas, then got traded because he was never offered it because he got traded before.
I think it was close to like 100.
I mean, how much is Giannis?
I was insane. Yeah,
it's a ton of money. Like, how much is Giannis going to really push them? And again, he hasn't been pushing them, so it would have to change dramatically in the next week.
We know of, right?
I know that we know of, but like he needs to really go to them and be like, you have to effing trade me because I need this money, or otherwise it's going to be a really big problem for you in the media and the public. Like, if you hold me out here, right, into the off season and we figure it out, I'm not going to go to the media and say you did me right or you did me well as a Milwaukee legend, as the go to your franchise, as whatever you want to say, because you costed me X amount of money.
Ultimately, I don't think that's going to matter as much.
The Oscar Robertson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
No, I know. I'm not saying he's the go to that franchise. I'm just saying that,
but I think ultimately when it comes to Giannis, it's funny because at the end of the day, Giannis, whether they trade him or not, he's going to sign that extension with Milwaukee in the offseason.
No, this is not true. I've been saying this 10 years of service shit. That is not true. The regular max, that money would be the same across both teams. The super max,
that's unique to that team. Yeah,
that team has to be on his bird rights. And if he's not traded before the deadline, then the team that acquires him will not own his bird rights, bro. Like, that is the key to him getting the super max.
And I think he's going to push that he wants the Supermax and he wants to be traded.
Yeah, everyone will. And one last thing, real quick, and I know, Roy, I'm sure you want to pivot this at some point very soon.
I'm finna end this, though. You ain't got to.
Oh, all right, cool.
Brother.
Yeah, so the interesting thing is, and I think it's funny because I know you got a lot of these social media accounts that like post random things for clout and clicks and everything like that. Here's the reality of the matter. As a super wealthy professional athlete in this day and age, regardless of what market you get traded to, it's not going to stop you from buying a house in the area in which you actually want to live in. Let me give you a perfect example. Just a few weeks ago or a few days ago, we saw the report that Ja Morant supposedly bought a home here in South Florida. He plays most of the year in Memphis, Tennessee. he's also ridiculously wealthy. So it's like, I mean, that doesn't mean that a trade to Miami is imminent. It means that I want to perhaps establish a homestead here in Miami or here in South Florida, make that my base of operations for tax purposes. There's a business.
A lot of
there's a
people
business
in Florida.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that, oh, Miami, he's coming here. It's like, y'all need to just, keep that in mind, everybody, those of y'all watching out there, America. So I'm not even tripping. And to answer that one person in the chat, I think player for player, my New York's players are probably easier to than Giannis.
I know what you're talking about. I don't really think, but I don't think in this trade scenario that Milwaukee's necessarily interested in acquiring the best players right now. I think they know that they're in for a rebuilding phase. So you try and get some young guys. And that's why they said in thing, like, we taking all your fucking young players and all your picks. Like
everything. They're taking everything.
They're taking everything.
As they should.
So they take it. So if they come to Miami, they're taking Ware, they're taking Kasparas. Like they're
taking Jaime. There's no like keeping Jaime somehow.
All the picks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like it's all the picks,
swaps.
Bro. All the swaps. Like, it don't matter if they good or not, or what they perceive them to be good or not. Like, I don't know if they good, but I don't care. One of them could be, and I want.
And they're telling us trade Wiggins for another pick. You're not getting that pick. You're not keeping that pick. They might tell us take Norm for a pick. Like, they're gonna do everything they can. The thing about the Warriors, because people are talking about in the comments, I agree that the Warriors offer is not the best offer. I agree with people that I think in the basement. I think Sheltman said other people that the media is pushing Giannis to the Warriors because that's best for the TV and that's honestly best for hoops if you want to be completely honest.
Yeah.
But like Steph and Giannis is awesome. But the thing that the Warriors have more than anybody else is that they're going to set that market of like, we are going to offer all your picks. We will offer you all the picks. And here's a young player. Like, you're going to have to get above that. And the thing about the Warriors picks, man, and I don't think Steve Kerr or Steph or anybody will be ashamed to say it, none of those people are going to fucking be there when those picks are happening. Steph won't be here. Giannis may or may not be here. Steve Kerr definitely won't fucking be there.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're banking on.
They're like, we don't care, bro. Take 2031. We won't be here. Like,
yeah, that's not our problem. What they're banking on. They're banking on like 2031. Cool, we get that pick, but Steph Curry gonna be going, and the team will be ass once he leaves.
That'll be the number one. That could be the number one overall pick. Like,
yeah,
and you could get an OKC situation, Milwaukee, where all of a sudden you just lucked into resetting this shit, and you got that.
Whoever that is also in the 7th grade right now, so nobody gives a fuck.
That's crazy to think about.
Ant Donato is here. Ant, you get one chance to talk because I was about to end the show anyway. I have a strict deadline that I have to meet tonight.
And so, yeah.
No, bro, talk.
I have nothing to say. My name is everything I have to say.
20 points on 19 shots.
Just want to keep it consistent. That's all.
Not when it comes to black people this close to Black History Month.
All this talk they
play
like,
the video, me.
Bam is bounced back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
20 points. Everyone relax. All right.
Go ahead, get your shit off now.
Nah, it's just like I keep hearing Eric Reed. Oh, Vucevic can't guard him. Bam's taking him off the dribble. Okay, Bam shot 8 threes today. Come on, that's not taking advantage of slow ass Vucevic. Blow past him, dunk on his head. No, let's keep settling a bunch of jumpers. Oh, but Bam is bounced back. That is bullshit, man.
You ain't see them 2 alley-oops?
I like Antonardo this year, man. Antonardo this year is not Antonardo 3 years ago. That's
Am I lying? Like this?
No, you're not lying, Ant. But you used to lie, Ant.
Yes,
you used to lie.
It's all jumpers and then 2 insane dunks. Those were incredible. Get this man a point guard. My God.
Yeah.
Davion Mitchell coming back soon.
All jumpers? Why not, bro? If I can get all niggas care about is if Bam scores 20 points. That's what was proven to us during the time where he wasn't scoring 20 points. When he wasn't scoring no points, niggas bitched him, moaned, and wanted him traded. Yeah, all that. But now he's scoring 20 points.
I find frustrating because there's already Bam has bounced back discourse, and it's like he wasn't great tonight. Wide open mid-range shot at the end of the game, wide open corner 3, didn't hit none of those.
That don't matter. Niggas don't use this same logic when it comes to Tyler Herro. As long as he get them 20, niggas is satisfied with whatever and however in the fuck he got them. Bam got his 20 tonight.
Team, bro, after the deadline, I can't.
Bam got his 20 tonight. I don't give a fuck how he got them. And niggas better shut up about it because this is what you wanted.
Like the most impactful player tonight was Pelle Larson, like without a shadow of a doubt.
I think everybody kind of gave him his flowers a little bit tonight. Like bro hoop tonight, and I don't think like
it's my son, man. I'm proud.
Yeah, I don't think people like go ever give us enough credit for like talking about him the way he have. But I don't think I've heard very many negative things about Pelle Larson this entire season.
And nobody throws him in that trade package either for Giannis. Everyone's like, no, we're going to keep
weird.
Pelle. No, we're going to keep Pelle and they can take Jovic. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
You think the Bucks aren't like scouting this shit? Like,
yeah, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt too.
That's going to hurt when they get Pelle, Jaime.
They get Pele, Jaime, Kel'el,
and the first from Wiggins and 4 swaps. And they're like, fuck it, we'll take Tyler Herro, I guess. But
it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, but like.
It is. It's got to be done, though, man.
It's Giannis, bitch.
I'm so done with this shit.
Who's it going to hurt? It's not going to hurt me.
that first 44-13 and 12 games.
That first coast to coast where he grabs that shit off the board and Euros from the 3-point line
on a perfectly healthy
ass wizard player.
When that nigga get to the rim from half court in 2 dribbles, I promise you, I'll forget how to say Jaime Jaquez, bitch.
I'll forget what the hell a Pelle Larson charge was.
Yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Bring me Giannis. Fuck is you talking about?
These hero stands, bro, watching that shit happen, that real athletic hoops world. It's gonna be like a converting to a new religion.
They can go to Whitnall with them, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You bitches go right to Milwaukee with that motherfucker. I do not care. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would. Oh my God. Dr. Nasty, you sure know how to treat a gal. Thank you for the $50 dono. He said most impactful player was Nikola. Oh, he won't Ant to say it. No, I'm not letting Ant say
most impactful player was. I mean, that's.
I'm not gonna lie. I accidentally would have fallen for that one for sure.
It's not even. It's.
I don't know, man.
I get nothing out of even attempting it, so I'm not even.
You do not. You get caught.
I get nothing out of it.
Oh no, we'll take care of that anyways. Like,
come on,
don't read it. Still get called a racist. Come on.
I'll be in Miami soon. I will be.
Free Palestine, everybody.
Play the video of me.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey.
You think they think I still
come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, he packing the air. We about to blow. It's the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the